What up, everybody? Pauper MTG here. This is Rob and Dan.
Hello.
The guy that I record with.
Yep.
I don't know why I said that. It's pretty obvious by now, I suppose. It's not gay, I promise. Anyway, I'm actually really excited about this deck today, Dan.
Yeah?
You wanna know why?
Tell me.
Because it actually seems really good. As opposed to the other piles of shit that I've been
That's a real change of pace, yeah.
putting through the ringer here. But I mean, I actually think that with some tuning, this deck could actually potentially go to the tournament practice room
Okay.
and maybe even win a few games.
I like that idea.
Okay,
Let's do
so
it.
let's start off the lines here. We got 4 forest and 6 swamp. Yeah, I think that's 6 swamps.
Okay.
Also, 6 of the green-black dual lands. We all know about those things.
Yep.
We have 2 Call Me Garden. Comes into play tapped. I get to put a 0/1 green plant creature token out of the battlefield for free. What do you think about that? pretty.
I've run with the garden back in the past. You know, back in the
Oh yeah, the Tron
Eldrazi
used to
did.
play that thing.
No, I didn't play that, but
Wait, what did you play it?
yeah, we played it in Eldrazi, I think.
Oh, the Shared Discovery Super Jace deck.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a fun deck.
That deck was sick. By the way, Shared Discovery is a common, so we could probably get some brew action going with that. I
We
don't know.
could, yeah. I
We
don't
could
know.
try. It's Ancestral Recall. Anyway, back on track here. We got 4 Carrion Feeder. We've played with this guy before. He was our hero in the Black Zombie deck. He's also coming back for the Golgari Sacrifice deck thing I made.
Yeah.
Sack a creature, gets +1/+1 counter on it. We also have a 2 of Kildoran dead.
Kildoran.
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 Okay, when Kildoran dead enters the battlefield, sacrifice a creature and it has tap 1 black to regenerate him. And he's a 3/1 for 1 mana. Pretty good. Also, we have 1 of Plagued Rusalka. It's possible this should just be something else completely different, but I just kind of like this card. Tap 1 black, sack a creature. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Turns every one of your creatures into Fume Spitter, which is exactly what you want.
Yep.
4 of Tragic Slip triggers off of Morbid, which is what this deck's all about, is sacking things and, making your deck better by sacking the things.
Gotcha.
Target creature gets -13/-13. You also can kill Delver on turn 1 if you're on the play.
Yeah.
2 of Unearth gets back every single creature in my deck. Return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And if that wasn't enough, it also has cycling on it. This card has gotten ridiculously expensive. If you're building this deck on a budget, maybe Undying Evil could be a good option for you. I don't know. It's up to you. Also, we have 2 of Blister Pod. A 1/1 for 1. When it dies, I get to put a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature token out of the battlefield that has sacrifice this creature, add 1 mana of any color to your... Or not 1 mana of any color. 1 general mana to your mana pool. We also have a 4 of Hunger of the Howl Pack. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If something dies, I get to put 3 +1/+1 counters on that creature. Pretty good. Almost strictly better than Giant Growth in this deck, so it's an upgrade on the Bears technology there. We also have 4 of Rancor. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has trampled. When Rancor is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, return Rancor to its owner's hand. So it just keeps on coming back and it gives trample. It's one of the better green cards in Pauper. I'm pretty sure you won't find anyone who will disagree with that. We have 4 of Young Wolf, a 1/1 for 1. Whenever it dies, I get to put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it comes right back. Of note, if you put counters on it with Hunger of the Howl Pack, it loses its Undying ability.
Correct.
Moving on to the 2-drop slot, we have a 3 of Bloodthorn Vampire, sack a creature, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. 4 of Mesmeric Fiend. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose an non-land card from it and exile it. When it dies, they get their card back. But a little trick with this guy here is if you cast it with one of these 3 creatures in play, here, there we go. You can sack the creature before its first ability resolves, and the card exiles forever. So it's just kind of like a 2-mana little Castigate spell,
Sure.
Castigate is actually super good, especially against decks that play like 1 huge threat or something like that.
Right.
Anyway, moving forward, we have 4 of Sultai Emissary. It's a 1/1 for 2, basically Young Wolf. When it dies, I get to manifest the top card of my library. It is a face-down creature card that is a 2/2. morph creature, and I can flip it up for its morph cost, but it has to be a creature. So if I flip like a land or a...
It's just a 2/2.
Yeah, I can never flip it back. But still, you know, just another worse young wolf.
Yeah.
Brindle Shout, a 1/1 for 2. When it dies, it puts a 3/3 green boar creature token onto the battlefield. So basically, you just play guys that sacrifice other dudes and dudes that love to die.
Yeah.
Moving to the sideboard, we have 2 of Stinkweed, the technology against fucking Gurmag Angler. Gurmag Angler and his ilk can also block like a Little Mox Crusher, etc., etc. This is basically just against decks that want to go over you. We also have a 2 of Death's Head Buzzard. When it dies, each creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So you can sack that to your dudes, and then they will die and kill all their creatures. You know, good against swarm strategies, goblins, elves, etc. We also have a 2 of Scattershot Archer. This goes in against Delver of Secrets decks. Because you can just wipe out all their fairies and, you know, just get them all dead. They have to deal with that. And it's hard for their deck to deal with this thing on turn 1.
Sure.
We also have a 2 of Gleeful Sabotage, destroy target artifact or enchantment, conspire. That means I have to tap 2 of my creatures, and then I can destroy an artifact or enchantment, and if I conspire it, I can destroy another artifact or enchantment. So this guy comes in against Affinity, it comes in against the Hexproof deck. We also have a 3 of Serene Heart. It's an instant, destroy all auras.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty good against the Hexproof deck.
Yeah.
And this card also might be expensive, I'm not sure. When I bought them, they were roughly like $1 a piece, I think, something like that.
Jeez.
Against burn strategies or super aggressive strategies, you can board in Sylvok Lifestaff. Crypt creature gets +1/+0. It's a 1-mana artifact. Quick cost 1. When the creature dies, you gain 3 life. So yeah, that's the deck tech. But what do you think, Dan? Are you impressed by this sweet brew?
You know, I would be more impressed. You were talking about how the morbid and all that stuff, and I'm sitting here the whole time and I'm just thinking, where's the Uvenwald Bears, man? How can you have a morbid deck without the best morbid thing in the world?
That's a good question. I'll have to reconsider this if you're rebuilding this deck at home, consider Uvenwald Bear. One of the weaknesses of this deck, though, is that it is a 2-color deck, and we only run 18 lands.
Ooh, yeah.
So occasionally you can get screwed, hence our abundance of these cards.
Yeah.
But another unfortunate part of these cards is we have a lot of like 1-drops and 2-drops, obviously, and if you're playing a tapped land on turn 1, that means you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, we're gonna go to matches.